Welcome to BUCS Super Rugby. 10 years of the best leagues in the land. That's right, a decade of the stars of tomorrow, a decade of nerve-shredding finales, a decade of the biggest venues and the grandest occasions as we celebrate the pinnacle of the game. It's been a roller coaster ride to this point, and I say bring on 10 years more as we make Wednesday the best day of the week. A decade of BUCS Super Rugby. The University of Exeter, and it is BUCS Super Rugby. Exeter's last year's semi-final here at the Crumb. Right guys, welcome to BUCS Super Rugby. We've had a 2-week hiatus, and if like me, you live for Wednesdays, life is once again worth living. And we've got Exeter and Loughborough, two of the best teams in women's BSR. And we got one of the best guests as well. We got Zoe Dare, once upon a time captain of Cardiff. Then you wore the colours of Hartbury, and now fully contracted at Exeter Chiefs as a professional.
Yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing to be back involved with the Wednesday, so it's really exciting. I'm super excited to be back down next Exeter.
Can't keep you away, can we?
No, I absolutely love BUCS Rugby, so I'm a big fan, and I'm so excited to watch what the girls are going to put out today.
All right, love that. Hey, you probably want to know what's happened so far, so let's take a look back at the season. Welcome everybody to BUCS Super Rugby. That's right, the best leagues in the land are back. We are back for our 10th season. 2016, what was happening back then? Donald Trump, first time he got elected president. Stranger Things was first aired. Taylor Swift and Calvin Harris were dating. Well, not everything stands the test of time, but one thing that does is this very league here. This is what it's all about, BUCS Super Rugby, where the best university leagues in the land battle it out for cup glory. Is there enough dead ball, Aaron? You betcha! Go storming on, dragging red jerseys. Dab through once again. Perfection.
Smart little nudge to keep the foot race going. A little snipe. They're over the line. It is grounded by Grace White. This time, interception. Here we go. Dylan Scott onto the poles, and Cardiff men are going to be in touch as the whistle goes.
Wednesday nights, where else would you be? BUCS Super Rugby with us on the live stream or here in person. The best league in the land. See you next time. Exhilarating start to the season. The thrills don't stop here today as we've got Exeter and Loughborough ahead of us. Now, Zoe, you are here kind of as a neutral, having not represented either uni, but you've got some real good intel on Exeter now you're playing for the Chiefs. Who are the players that we're watching out for today?
I'm particularly excited to see the centre partnership. So Eva Sterrett and Sophie Langford, both of them putting in huge shifts like throughout the cup period. So to come back into this like uni environment, it's going to be really exciting to see what sort of experience they will have brought out of the cup. I'm really excited to see that.
All right, and then obviously Loughborough, finalists last year, beaten by a whisker against Cardiff Met. What is it that they bring that makes them so difficult to beat?
Yeah, so in the past I've always found that Loughborough quite like to play like fast, expansive rugby. It's going to be interesting to see like how that's going to be for them this year. They've got a lot of freshers in, so actually a lot of their experience is probably more in the pack this year. So I wonder if that will change their style of rugby. So that's going to be interesting to see.
Any particular players to keep an eye out?
I'm excited, for Loughborough?
Yeah.
I'm excited to see Grace Clifford back after quite a long time out of injury. She's definitely going to bring some physicality to the game, so yeah, she's one to watch out for.
All right, that's the word from Zoe and I down here. We got to race the comms, but I caught up with both the coaches just beforehand. Alex Tessier from Rugby World Cup final to here on the Crumb for BUCS Super Rugby. It's great to have you. I'd love to know how you're finding your time in the uni game at the moment.
I think it's amazing. It's exciting. I think our girls had a good start of the season, and I'm very much looking forward for today. I think a rematch from last year's semi-final. So, yeah, I think the group in general is very excited as well.
Yeah, look, you've touched on the semi-final from last year where Loughborough knocked Exeter out. So I imagine there's a bit of revenge in the air. What sort of sense have you got of the rivalry between Exeter and Loughborough, knowing that you've tapped into that as well as an Exeter chief?
There's definitely a rivalry for sure. We know it, but at the end of the day, it's focusing on our processes. I think the girls trained well this week, and I've had an incredible preseason as well. Obviously, I was not as much involved, but I saw the work that they've put in, which is good. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a little bit of revenge, but I think they're confident too, and it's about building. It's about being better than last year, and then we'll see where we're at after this test today.
You've mentioned that pre-season, all that hard work. It's the first time that we're seeing Exeter on the live stream. So what are some of the elements of the Exeter game that have been worked on? What are the themes to how Exeter want to go about their business on the pitch this year?
I think Exeter Uni, I think we try to do a little bit more, a bit different. I think Poppy sees that not only we want to have strong carries, but we want to play to best pace, whether it's like around them, through them, above them. I think we've been working on our kicking game as well, and also like pushing the limits of our breakdown speed a little bit to try to catch them off guard. And yeah. That's mainly what we're going to focus on today, and the girls are excited about that. I think they're enjoying their training, and I hope that it's going to show today, and I think it will show today what we've been working on.
Some new faces, some freshers in there as well. Any names particular that jump out for you that we should be excited to see today?
Oh, there's quite a few names. I think they're exciting. I think Lily Plowman, has been training well, has been really always looking to find ways to improve. I think it's going to be also exciting to see our Frankie coming off the bench for her debut. Very much excited about this person too. And Ellie Wood has been just weird, but good weird, at training. And but like the intensity is there, and I like that. I like to see that. And yeah, and one more, I guess, our 10, Katrin has been like trying to find her groove, and I think I look forward for her to step up today on the field.
We're looking forward to seeing them in action. Thanks so much, Alex.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Matt, Exeter v Loughborough always stirs the passions. What does this rivalry mean to you and your girls?
Yeah, it's always just a hell of a match, to be honest. I'm sure they're always so up for it. I think that we've been lucky enough to come out on the right end of the results in the kind of semi-final. So I think that there is a bit of a rivalry there, especially from their point of view. But they're a brilliant team. They've got a great program here. So it's always just two good programs going against each other, really.
A little bit of travel trouble getting here. There's no escaping that. You've only just arrived. How's that changed things for you with the preparation? Just
a little bit of tweaking in the warm-up, but otherwise we spoke about it on the bus and just and kind of said that we're basically in control of what's the words I used? Said that let's hope we've packed our standards, not our excuses.
Lovely.
So yeah,
lovely. Look, 11 freshers in the 23 today. Real transitional feel maybe to the season. Is that right in saying?
Yeah, I mean there is an element of that, but there's also an element of them being good enough to be in the team. So there are people that played last year that that were involved in first team games. Even this fixture, when we played first time round, that are still playing. They're just like some of the freshers are really good and deserve that opportunity. But yeah, there is a bit of a transitional feel. Lost a lot of kind of like key players from that final. But again, it's all about opportunity, isn't it?
Okay, lastly, if there's an area of the game that you could dominate and that's going to deliver the W today, what would that be?
I think the main thing that we kind of need to dominate is the physicality. Like we know that what Exeter will bring, and then they're a team that will go for 80 minutes as well. You saw that in the semi-final, that the kind of last 15 minutes that they were, they nearly came back into it, and that's so from our point of view, physicality, breakdown.
Can't wait to see it.
Yeah,
go well.
Cheers, mate.
A slightly flustered Matt Campbell there, and that's because the coach got caught in traffic. They had to drop the Rugby League boys off at Topsham first, and then they've made it to the Crumb. but it is going to be game on at 15:15 as Loughborough, with the semi-final Hex over the X, look to continue their hot run against the Green Machine. Poppy Leach has got a star centre partnership in Sophie Langford and Eva Sterrett, 2 third years amongst a big group of freshers. Charlotte Coyle, Catherine Dyke, Tilly Pulfer, all talented in their first years at Exeter University. Lily Plowman and Anna Woodman share the vice captaincy for the day, with Anna Woodman partnering Brogan Kent, who was a product of Loughborough College, in the back row, and Izzy Noons-Smith making up the triumvirate. Couple of debuts in the offing for Reese Williams and Frankie Welsher. She's one to watch when she gets off the bench. For Loughborough, there's 11 freshers in this starting 23. Grace Clifford, what a story, injured in a car crash along with a number of other players en route to England 20s training. She has battled to come back, and here she is in the African Violet in the big one against Exeter. Ellie Roberts, captains at number 8, alongside her sister Sasha Waring. Shrewsbury, the 4th year, back from a placement year. She is going to bring the power from the bench. And Ava Kelly is the Ireland 18 starting scrum half. She's a fresher wearing 21. Right, Zoe, we're not afraid to ask the big questions here. Straight from the get-go, who's going to win this?
I'm going to put my money on Exeter today, if I was going to put my money on.
Very brave with the whole Loughborough bench walking past us there.
Absolutely, I'm brave today. I'm excited to see what they're going to bring.
Well, Ella Barnes, who's a product of Oaklands College, kicks off into the arms of Exeter,
inside, take a step.
Who, if you get a close-up of their jerseys at one stage, have otters on there, and that represents the 60 novice players who they've got playing in the club. It's not just about the first team, it is about the whole collection in the club, but it is Exeter who give away the first penalty of the game, and it's a good opportunity for Loughborough to take some field position.
Yeah, that's a brave start from Exeter to try and play out of their 22 there. Maybe they look to get the exit in a little bit earlier to stop sort of risking penalties like that in that sort of zone of the pitch.
On the edge.
Well, first ball of the afternoon sails over the fence. Oh, they've ball girls and ball boys hidden in the bushes out there, and we're quickly back into action. Churning through this Exeter pack, but it gets halted, and Adcock, before she can ship it away, here's the shrill blast of Emily Hope's whistle, and it's another penalty to Loughborough.
Hands up, please.
Ella Barnes,
Come round the back.
the first year, getting a couple of good touch finders under her belt early, and interesting to see what Exeter do here. They put 2 up last time, but it put them on the back foot for the drive.
Thank you.
Is there only one ball on the pitch?
Yeah, I think they kicked the other one off.
Big moment early in this match as the late arrival from the captain, Ellie Roberts. It is an awkward descent, but somehow maintains her body shape, and the body shape of the rest of her pack is low, strong, driven, and to the line.
A very strong start for Loughborough there. They're definitely looking to take the speed off the set piece, so they're going into the line out with real tempo, and I think even though maybe they didn't quite execute that set piece immaculately, it's really paid off them taking that speed into that.
Well, you've heard of the expression of teams not getting off the bus. I mean, they have darted off the bus, and it's one that only pulled into the car park about 40 minutes ago. As far as Loughborough were concerned, they've had such disruption, but out the blocks at lightning pace. A try within 3 minutes, and the chance here to... So Barnes, who appears to... Who cares what socks you're wearing when you're draining conversions like that? Loughborough with the quick start, 7 up within 3.5.
Risk penalties in that area. I wonder if that's something that they'll go on to do now. Sort of learn.
On a post grad from the United States, sends one high, and it is returned.
Taken back in.
With some interest from Barnes. Good carry from the fly half. He's out of position now for the exit. So Molly Lutai will carry, and it's very rare she comes off second best in the contact. Been playing for Lightning in the PWR Cup. Double hit, Middlebrook, burying her right shoulder into the midriff of the Loughborough runner. But more boom comes from Harley Stanton. Oh, lovely late arrival, but there was too much fizz on the pass, and it's a gift for Exeter. Woodman dragged.
Play the ball.
Now installed at hooker. Here's Woodman. Thundered back again. Big shot from Clifford. Middlebrook buries her head, and she gets served up. Plenty of green jerseys. But
Really.
.7 meters from their line.
Yeah. I wonder if maybe Exeter want to play out to the edges a little bit quicker off that when we get transition ball. Sort of just made it a little bit easy for Loughborough to read there, but some great defence.
Well, Sophie Langford is slightly more promoted here than Catherine Dyke. And
we're going head to head there. Let's make sure we're going
she's
into
a
the gap.
fearsome... here for Exeter. They've got to win the ball first. Middlebrook, O'Neill and Plowman packing down against Hancock, Stanton and Clifford. Ships it to Coyle, who slinks the hips and then almost barrels through the challenge of Sasha Roberts. Gets away with one. And there's a bit of a crawl there too from O'Neill. And corner that calls a hold.
Platform to play off. So Exeter might want to look to be a little bit more dominant in their latches when they're carrying in this area. But it's a good, really good defensive set from Loughborough again.
Okay, thank you.
On their own turf at the moment. This is not their normal ground, by the way. This is the Crumb that is up at the zenith of the main site campus here at Exeter. Usually just before we came on air.
Yeah. They're looking really strong, and like I said, I think actually this Loughborough team have got their experience in their forwards, whereas maybe in the past they've kind of carried that through their backs. So it's really interesting to see maybe a slightly different brand of Loughborough to what we're used to, but I mean, it's looking really strong so far.
Well, it looks at the moment, sadly, that we could be losing the services of Charlotte Coyle after such an eye-catching break with her first intervention of note, and she's being helped from the field, and it's a sad departure
Time is on.
for the England 18, and she is replaced by Maddie Smith,
Just get set up square.
the second year, who has just been selected for the Wales under-21s camp. So a demonstration of the quality that exists on all these benches and just how deep it runs, but very, very sad to see Charlotte Coyle leave the field prematurely.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Well, Smith's first act will be to feed the ball into a scrum that is creaking, and the ball squirts out to Connie Clark, ships it to Langford. She only knows one way, and that's forward. Gets up and goes back for more, dragging purple jerseys with her.
Good work, she's held you in there.
Smith puts a bit more width on it, and Nunes Smith is felled in the shadow of the uprights. Now it's the turn of Plowman. Hugely powerful prop, but Lutai a match to her, and crowbars the ball free. Another steal in contact, but Loughborough are first to pounce on the ball, looping in the air. Shrestha again, she's been busy the blind side.
Retreat.
And Barnes can only pick out the Exeter backfield. And Mayan Cohen winds up, links with Sterrett. Here's Clark weaving her way through the purple shoulders. Good shot coming from Izzy Clist. Frenetic pace to this opening 10 minutes. Another carry full of menace from O'Neill.
Three, go all the way back.
Short ball, not sure if she was expecting to receive it, but did hold on, and Exeter finally draw a penalty from the super disciplined Loughborough.
Yeah, it's not a place that you want to give a penalty away there, especially to a side like Exeter, so be interested to see how they capitalise off this.
Pretty good though. I mean, it's been wave after wave in the 22, and it's the first time that they've given away that penalty.
Yeah, some really solid defence. You got, I think it's Ellie Wood calling the Exeter line-outs today.
Okay, ball away, just hold it there. Where did he come from?
Ellie Wood, who's one of a clutch of women to have gone through the Exeter College pathway, originally from Sidmouth, just down the road, and she's not quite tall enough, but Exeter again get a bit of a gift from Loughborough, fumbling forward.
Yeah, just seeing the throw error there. It's always tough early on in the game to nail those balls, but yeah, like you say, benefiting there from the knock-on.
Some pretty high praise from Coach Poppy Leach when we were talking about Tara O'Neill earlier in the week. She said, "I'd put money on her playing for Ireland in the next 3 years." So,
wow.
So no pressure, Tara.
Yeah, no, that's a massive compliment from Poppy. That's, yeah.
Set!
Really impressive what she's seen from the young hooker, and she's part of a solid front row that is blocking out the Loughborough shove. A carry, a burst, and almost there from Anna Woodman. The experienced head at 8, and then one last lurch is held up magnificently. The captain, Ellie Roberts, at the bottom of the heap.
Just need to see a little bit more patience from Exeter there, like not be afraid to go that extra phase. But it's good to see a bit of intent to get over the line as well, so it's a tough ball to take that. Connie Clark's done very well there.
Collects it tight on the touchline, and it invites yet more pressure on this Loughborough defence. Look at the tigerish nature of Sarah Strisser. But again, Exeter not protecting the ball in contact. Ellie Wood has worn one to the face in her efforts there, and Loughborough are bursting free and may just go the leg. What a run, what a burst from Izzy Clist eventually. She loses her feet and Exeter recover, but the bounce from Adcock sees the defence coming, almost rides a second tackle. And Exeter are scrambling. Immense read from Langford, needed to make that hit because there were numbers queuing up outright. Oh, Zoe, end to end.
That's pretty exciting. That's the BUCS rugby that I know.
Playing the 9.
That is definitely not what you want to see is Loughborough on the break like that. And they get that line break, they're very hard to control, and to regain that position in the line for Exeter is quite difficult.
Greener
but
on
they've
the
done
edge.
quite well.
Yeah, some break from Izzy Clist.
All the way, all the way. More!
Well, a hint that it may go off the top. Instead, Sasha Roberts latches on, and Loughborough are making light work of the Exeter resistance. Dragged to the deck. Finally, and Adcock
No, take a step.
thinks about burrowing, but instead leaves it to her forwards.
Step now.
Round the corner they come. Exeter are looking so
Step 3.
paper thin in defence here around the fringes.
Release.
Carry by carry, inch by inch. Width offered, Clist to Lutai. Only one outcome. Try time to Loughborough.
That's clever play from Loughborough. They've drawn in the Exeter defence and then looked to play out wide, and even if she hadn't have scored then, they still had a 2-player overlap on the edge, so really simple rugby, but it works well and it's paid off for them.
Well, Molly Lutai, who was so impressive last season, formed a formidable partnership with Carmela Morale, but looks to have found a new friend in Izzy Clist.
Yeah, they're looking to be a strong partnership, so
I think the rolling, your players just
starting off well.
Floor. If they release, then I'm happy to go after. Perfect. You're right.
Two very physically imposing centres, sort of wanting Clist and Langford to run straight at one another and see who comes out on top.
Yeah.
Barnes already won. Fabulous conversion to her name, just pulls that one across the face. So Exeter has spared the full pain of the Lutai try, but after all that pressure, all that territory, it is Loughborough who emerge with the second try of the match.
Same way?
And they're a dozen to the good.
Sorry, I really shouted that. Go when you're ready, please.
Cohen
Always inside.
picks out Barnes, who picks her spot, and we'll restart on the halfway.
Take the edge, please, Pink. Pink on the edge. Yeah, take the edge, thank you.
I think that's clever play. You don't want to be playing in that area of your pitch, so get out and have a shot at the line out, which they've actually been quite dominant on. So
No, on the edge, take a step.
I think that we're in a better position than the assistant to see if this one's straight, Zoe.
absolutely.
As an arrow.
Straight down the middle that.
Perfect from O'Neill. Woodman breaks. It's a beautiful line against the grain, just looking to split that seam between the 10 and the tail. And Exeter are on the front foot, but again, muscular work indeed. The Sasha variety of Roberts is working so hard out there to flatten anything in green. And again, has her arms wrapped round an Exeter player. Langford takes 2 to stop her. Ellie Woods,
Roll now.
good meters made. Having met resistance initially. Woodman, hurried hands, Sterrett, shovels it. And O'Neill still on her feet.
5 roll, step.
Drags Buffery Latham with her.
I'm not sure how much space was down there, but Connie's finding it.
Connie Clark, so slippery in close quarters, isn't she?
She's looking absolutely electric.
And she hasn't even had any space with which to demonstrate so far. Plowman, who we saw nailing tackle pads before the game.
Always under pressure, we'll bring it back to the knock-on.
Exeter are looking to play the ball right at the line, which if they can start getting those tips away right at the line, it's going to make very difficult pictures for Loughborough to read. But at the moment, it's sort of not quite, the penny's not quite falling that way, but their intent to play at the line is really good.
Yes. Let's go. Better picture on that.
Some of the girls in this Exeter side playing on Sunday, weren't they, against North Bristol ladies. Exeter have got a very successful weekend side playing in the championship, coming up against the likes of Richmond and Old Albanians, who were both in the championship final at Twickenham last year. So, you know, they're going to war twice a week, and some of these girls are in both battles.
I think that makes Exeter quite unique. No other uni programme has that championship set up as well. That's a big scrum for Loughborough to win there.
Hancock, Stanton and Clifford getting the plaudits. Oh, I tell you what, Ella Barnes strikes a sweet ball, doesn't she?
Yeah, that's a good exit.
Yeah, we heard that almost before we saw it.
Loughborough look calm. They feel like they're in control at the moment.
They go for a middle lift. Clifford can't reach and salvage it, but fortunately, she's got Stresta, and Lutai gets wrapped up by Langford. Working hard defensively is Sophie Langford. And Exeter penalised for offside at the back foot, too eager.
All offside.
The call coming in from the assistant.
All offside.
Loughborough get another chance at that line out that they didn't quite execute there, but that's another long kick.
I think it's a real warning sign to Exeter for their discipline in terms of the distance that Barnes is achieving from her touch finders, but also it looks like she can slot a penalty from most places on the pitch as well. I wonder if that's going to come into play later in the game. Although at the moment, Loughborough will be very happy to just do it through tries. They've got 2 already, and then more. Has been well and truly weaponised. Ball squirts free, fly hack through. Bit of mayhem in the Exeter 22. And Josie Plant runs headlong into Lutai. Offloads, Langford, smart hands, Sterrett. Now Exeter are purring. It's a brilliant last-ditch tackle on Tilly Pulfer. But Exeter recycle and they go back for more. Sasha Roberts in the thick of things once more. Nunes Smith. Gets a little stodgy again. You feel that quick ball is Exeter's friend. And Langford somehow burrows through the middle, and she does so in a manner that leaves her all on her own, and Loughborough get the steal.
That's an easy steal there, really. They didn't have anyone over that ball protecting it.
Time is off.
There's a lot to love about the Loughborough back row right now. The combination of the two, well, Sarah and Sasha, Shrestha and Roberts, I mean, they are getting through a mountain of work.
Yeah, absolutely. They're looking quite dominant, especially at set piece, like at that scrum, at that line out. They're executing it really well. looks really good.
Right, so we've got a break in play here at the moment. So we're going to have a look at how the league is shaping up. And that's how it's sitting at the moment. Last year's Cup champions, Cardiff Met, sat top of the log. It hasn't been perfect for them, though. They've encountered defeat at the hands of Loughborough. Hartbury undefeated to this point. And Brunel, the new kids on the block, making waves, sitting up in 5th, while Edinburgh and Cardiff search for their first victories of the campaign.
5, holding on. Edge. Oh, blue line. Yeah, blue line, please.
Clearing the fence. And Loughborough clearing their lines. 24 minutes played.
Exeter on the blue, just take a step up.
Half as many points scored, and they all belong to Loughborough. Real contest in the skies, isn't it?
It's a great read.
Okay, knock on advantage. Step.
Barnes just has to check her step, and again picks out the angle. Fizzes off the laces, and she's going to get unlucky here as the ball tumbles dead, has it? Yes, it finally is adjudged to have. So we're going to come all the way back, but Barnes has got a weapon of a right boot on her.
22.
Yeah, I think Exeter needs to look to try and control her and that boot a little bit. Otherwise, they're going to be cut open by that as the match goes on.
What are you saying, Zoe? You're sort of looking at this thinking, oh, I wish I was still playing BUCS rugby.
Oh, I mean, it's just so enjoyable. Like, the style of rugby that you get to play, like, week in, week out. Obviously, I'm going to miss that. It's been a big part of my life, but on to new things and still getting to be involved, so I'm winning.
Yeah. Eternal student.
Yeah, in my heart, in my heart.
Aren't we all?
Crouch! Bind! Early. Now you've closed the gap, you've chased your feet.
Wow. Grace Clifford doesn't agree with that call. Langford sees the danger coming, shows, goes, and that right there wearing 22 is Frankie Welsher. Made her championship debut at the weekend and now her BUCS Super Rugby debut today. That's the esteem that she's held in. Width on offer for Exeter. They slip it out the back and it's well managed and popped into the path of Connie Clark. Wasn't the intention.
She's first.
And again, Exeter cough up possession in the contact area.
22, just the elbow.
So unusual
Above
to
the
see
10.
them so lax
22, high
when
tackle.
carrying into tacklers, but that's something that Matt Campbell spoke of in the pre-match. He knew that his Loughborough women had to bring the noise in contact, and they're definitely doing that.
Edge, please.
It's an interesting rhythm to the game at the moment, is it? Just like Loughborough are very happy for Exeter to just attack, and they're comfortable with their D, they're comfortable with their breakdown work, aren't they?
Yeah, Loughborough look really comfortable at the moment. They
Ball's there.
sort of yet to see Exeter really rattle them.
Again,
Expecting to see a big carry here from Grace Clifford.
off the top, Barnes, Clifford from the back fence, as if fired from a cannon. That's the get-go. Oh, it's another read coming from Langford.
On advantage.
Two key interventions from her. Now she's scrapping with Lutai.
Come in. Nothing's coming. Let her up. We'll take the scrum advantage. There wasn't one, but thank you. Mark.
That's an absolutely huge carry there. I mean, personally, that's not somebody who I'd like to have running at me outside of a line-out.
I agree.
We couldn't quite catch it in our camera shot, but you could see everyone in Devon knew that Grace Clifford was taking that ball. She was about 20 metres
Yeah, it's a really impressive carry.
20 metres behind Ella Barnes, just waiting for that pop ball.
Again, if I was Exeter here, I'd be wanting to get the ball out, exit from this area. So be interested to see what they're going to look to do here.
Wait, don't touch her. 9, don't touch her.
Well, Exeter get the initial nudge, and now Loughborough countering, and Maddie Smith doesn't even have to fish it out because the penalty is Exeter's. It is grueling in the scrum clinch at the moment, and well, neither side completely dominant with penalties going both ways.
Abby Middlebrook's an experienced scrummager. Ball coming towards us.
That was yours. That was yours, Zoe.
I'm on my day off, not today.
Pinker on the edge.
Got a contract you for taking high balls, yeah?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to risk it.
So Tara O'Neill, once upon a time a back rower, so she is just honing the nuts and bolts of being a hooker, and those nuts and bolts are pretty tight right now with a throw like that. Exeter launch, Woodman breaks, one-on-one, snakes back inside. A brave tackle arriving from Freya McCall. Lightning quick ball for Exeter. Langford sells the dummy. If it was going to be anyone,
The show and go.
it was going to be her. Then a carry, then the feet, and Loughborough done it again. Miraculous.
Oh, I'm gutted for Exeter. That was a brilliant phase of play. To not come out with any reward there is really tough.
How are Loughborough keeping Exeter at bay right now?
I tell you what, the media team need to clip up that show and go from Sophie Langford there. Get that out on the social media ASAP.
More tackles for Loughborough to make. Connie Clark
Step now.
requires minimum 2 African violet jerseys to bring her down. Plowman at Clifford, that's a matchup we're all here to see. And Stanton holding on for dear life, gets a woman in the end. The decoy coming from Middlebrook. Now the turn of the backs on the loop, the ball just drifts into the hands
Yeah, she's played it.
of an Exeter player.
Exeter found a little bit of momentum here.
Oh, but it has been
Commentator's curse.
stopped emphatically by a melter from Grace Clifford. Oh, more big hits raining in from the purple jerseys of Loughborough, but it's too high.
Ball carries falling.
Too high, but we just love that physicality. Off goes Smith. It's fast, it's loose. It's lung busting from Exeter. So many options here. Langford's one of them. Half slips the first, gives it to Plowman. Loughborough somehow surviving.
Shot!
It's a great carry.
One, no hands.
Exeter held up twice, but they can't be stopped now. And it's the captain, Eva Sterrett.
I think Exeter really deserved that off the back of that line out quite a few phases ago. That's finally their reward, I guess.
Loughborough's legendary last stand. I mean, they have just sustained wave after wave of Exeter attack. 2 held up try-scoring attempts, and at long last, Sterrett breaks down the defensive door.
Let's just manage it now. We don't just go after.
Okay, so explicitly swearing.
Swearing, yeah. Just that extra chat that's not needed in the game. Thank you. Yeah, just on me. Thank you.
And a plea from Emily Hope just to get everyone to settle.
Yeah, sounds like we've got some naughty words being spread around.
Shame on them, eh?
No, no, no.
Shame
not
on
good.
them.
I have 9
Here we
minutes
go.
to play.
Shout out to all those tuning in from Wisconsin, who I'm reliably informed is where Mayan Cohen hails from, the postgrad studying neuroscience. Unable to add her first points of the afternoon, but Exeter are on the board. And so you've got to say that after all of that pressure, all that possession, you felt they had to come away with something there, because every time Loughborough were stopping them, that was just building the Loughborough confidence even more.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this next phase of play is going to be absolutely critical for Exeter before the half. If they can get another try and get some momentum, it could influence the game for them. This is massive.
Step.
The sizable frame of Josie Plant gets Exeter going, but the touchline is found.
Knock on into touch, you have the option.
And it's knocked on in the process, so there'll be
Scrum.
the option for Loughborough here.
That's disappointing for Exeter, I think. But I have no doubt that they've got a dominant scrum
Just
here.
stay high in that contest,
Lily and
Floor.
Abby will probably look to chase this.
And, just in case you're admiring the long locks of the Exeter team, Zoe, where do they get their look from?
Anna Richardson and Evie Butcher, the Braid Babes on TikTok. I've been doing all the girls' hair, getting them looking good, playing good. So yeah, have a little look at Braid Babes on TikTok.
Got to get that fresh lead for the stream, haven't you? And, well, as beautiful as the braids look, that was pretty ugly scrum as far as Exeter were concerned. Real dominance
On the way, yeah?
from Loughborough. And Barnes buries it
So one's just gone straight across.
into
Just
the
get that
Exeter
separate
22
square.
once more. Sounds like Abby Middlebrook
Edge, please. Oh, sorry.
is the one drawing the ire from Emily Hope's whistle.
All right. Some more.
Smart claim from Buffery Latham. Loughborough away.
Roll.
Exeter once again are desperately reorganising. Barnes spots a glint in the Exeter defence, but Langford makes her hit. Exeter so short out here. Langford with another massive read. She is everywhere. Super Sophie saves the day once more for Exeter.
Yeah, I'd actually say I think Exeter are really lucky there. They massively overfolded round the corner off that
Yeah, of course. Just
line
make sure
out
you
there.
set that gap and you're not going
So
into
yeah,
head.
they've come off quite lucky there.
Just make sure you're going into space rather than head on head. No worries.
Around about 4 minutes remaining of the half. Our clock's usually pretty bang on, but there is a threshold to it. We're not completely in step
Bind.
with Emily Hope's wrist,
Set. Stay high, one.
but either way you cut it, this is a crucial stage of the game. Loughborough
Play the ball.
will be desperate to leave with more points. Exeter, though, leave with the ball, and there's a hair pull in there as well, so that's a
accidental penalty only.
straight penalty. Accidental, you hear, it's usually straight yellow card.
Okay. Just accidental. 14, accidental hair pull.
Obviously learnt those dirty tricks from Ellen Scantlebury, who's on the touchline as team manager here for Loughborough.
Yeah, she's got an evil look in her eye today.
Touch missed by Exeter, and it invites the counter from
50-22
Barnes.
on.
Oh, wow, I could watch Barnes kick all day. She's just
That's a brilliant kick.
manoeuvring Exeter around the park, but
Always
Cohen's there,
inside.
and
Smooth hands there.
finds touch and almost wipes out the commentary desk.
Yeah, of course, yeah, tell me. Oh, yeah, tell me.
No days off for me.
No, you need your practice.
Take a step there on the edge. Yeah, thank you, yeah.
It's been a brilliant match so far, and you know, the 3 tries are probably the least interesting parts of this half. Just everything's tooth and nail, as demonstrated by that line-out steal, swatted back to the Exeter side. Oh, and they almost get picked off as they look for the miss pass.
Step pink.
Fierce contest, every sector of the field. What a double shot.
Taken back in.
Langford sells another dummy, goes on another run ball, but she gets ended by Lutai. The counter comes through from Loughborough. It is a bar brawl of a breakdown right now. That's a good carry.
Ellie Wood there, really strong.
Just what Exeter needed, but what they didn't need was to pick out Freya McCall and give her space. Looks to slalom through any fractures in the Exeter midfield.
No, you've held her there. Play the ball.
Show and a go. Iona Hancock
Tackle release.
doing a Langford. And the ball not respected in contact. Shipped into the hands of Nunes Smith.
Okay, 13, never onside.
Penalty here for Exeter as well.
Still
into the final minute of the half. Plowman stood up well, but has been swatted by Shrestha, who's been in everything. Just about in the 22 for the mark.
13,
Great
never onside and made the tackle.
sense of geography from McCall, but the penalty advantage was always being played.
Yeah. Okay. I can't judge whether that's intentional or not. All I can offer is time off you to sort that. 13, never onside.
Crucial line out this for Exeter.
Outside the 22. 22. We're outside. Ball's coming, yeah.
Last play of the half, you'd presume.
You want to take safe ball here.
Shortened line out.
Yeah, that'll do.
Small!
Wood claims it. And we haven't really seen Exeter get their driving maul going. That's been in action in a defensive sense, but they become separated, and it is safe to say that Loughborough are owning the maul right now. Both sides of the ball.
1.5.
Yeah, maybe would have liked to have seen, I mean, it's easy to say now, but maybe would have liked to have seen the ball get through the hands of the backs there, out to Connie Clark on the edge, see what she can do.
1.5 to go. You might have just heard through the ref mic.
Are you happy with the gap? Yeah. Crouch!
Big scrum, girls, let's go!
Bind! Set! Wait.
Clist to Lutai. If she'd held that, she was home and dry. Connie Clark, finally some space. What awareness to pick out Cone. But the offloading's too ambitious. McCall has to duck under a clothesline, and well, that's the last passage of a thrilling half of rugby. 3 tries served up, but that doesn't even tell half the story of an absorbing contest between two of the great WBSR rivals. It's the visitors who go into the halftime huddles the happier, but there's a score between them. Exeter 5, Loughborough 12, halftime here at the Crumb.
10 minutes. Yeah. Shall we drink over there? Yeah. Yes.
Woo, what a half of rugby there, Zoe. We're going to enjoy the highlights in a moment when we roll them in. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really feel like the score represents how much of an exciting game that we've just, like half of rugby that we've just seen. I mean, Loughborough looking really strong. They're dominating around the set piece. and I think their kicking game has really put them in good stead. So if Exeter can look to control that going into the second half, they might be able to pull it back.
Yeah, so, I mean, this has been a real feature. It was an ugly lift and descent for Ellie Roberts, but the Loughborough Maul has been so dominant. Why is it so good, Zoe?
I mean, on that particular line out, I think they took speed to set over necessarily like getting that execution, but look, it's played out really well for them there. They just haven't given Exeter time to respond, and they've got that punch in really quick, and that go forward there is very hard to defend.
And the next was Molly Lutai crashing over. It came from, well, a fabulous break from her pass assist in Izzy Clist after all that pressure from Exeter yielded nothing. And that's pretty much the feature of the half, actually. Exeter get their late score, but the Loughborough defence has been titanic.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of time that Exeter have spent down in their 22, Loughborough have done incredibly well, only to let them have 5 points out of that.
Eva Sterrett grappling her way across the paint, crucial try, and that's why we have a one-score game with a fascinating 40 minutes to come. It's Exeter 5, Loughborough 12. But now for you, let's have a look back at what we've enjoyed so far this season and the events to come, namely BUCS Big Wednesday. Welcome everybody to BUCS Super Rugby. That's right, the best leagues in the land are back. We are back for our 10th season. 2016, what was happening back then? Donald Trump, first time he got elected president. Stranger Things was first aired. Taylor Swift and Calvin Harris were dating. Well, not everything stands the test of time, but one thing that does is this very league here. This is what it's all about, BUCS Super Rugby, where the best university leagues in the land battle it out for cup glory. Is there enough dead ball, Aaron? You betcha! Go storming on, dragging red jersey. Dab through once again. Perfection.
Smart little nudge to keep the foot race going. A little snipe, they're over the line, it is grounded by Grace White. This time, interception, here we go! Dylan Scott onto the poles, and Cardiff men are going to be in touch as the whistle goes.
Wednesday nights, where else would you be? BUCS Super Rugby with us on the live stream or here in person, the best league in the land. See you next time.
Everybody stand up, come together. Now it's time to let the home
I welcome back everybody to the Crumb, where we have got 7 points separating Exeter and Loughborough. It is Loughborough, the visitors, who have that lead. And the weather is a-changing up here. Drops of rain falling during the half-time huddles, but the spirits of those amassed here to enjoy this spectacle undampened, and nor the fires within these players. Grace Clifford with another trademark barrelling run from depth. And McColl steps in at first receiver, links up with Barnes, the fly half, caught the eye, Cliss too. And then that's the first sighting of Freya Greensmith. Outstanding against Met the other day. Scored a bit of a worldie, but she's been living off scraps to this point. Exeter are struggling a little bit with their discipline at the back feet, and there's penalty advantage here for Loughborough, who've come out with some real zest in the way they're carrying. Sophie Langford is struggling back into the back line, clutching her left shoulder. It's heavily taped from her endeavours in the championship, but Loughborough are flashing down the left, and alarm bells are ringing as Alice Bennett advances for the African Violet. Oh, no way through for Harley Stanton. Shut down with a big ploughman shoulder. Clifford shows soft hands. Lutai to Roberts. Now it's Cliss into the hands of Greensmith. Greensmith, quiet all game, but making some noise down the right flank early in the second half. Cohen picks, goes, has the support of Nunes Smith. Wow, that is a high-octane restart to a half.
Yeah, wow, that was impressive from Loughborough. They definitely come out firing after the half-time.
Mine Cohen finds a modest touch, and we're not going to get going just yet because there's an injury to an Exeter player on the far side. Meanwhile, Eva Sterrett is walking past us with a bloodied mouth, looking to wash the claret away, and Sophie Langford is clutching her shoulder. There's a bit of carnage out here for the Devonians.
Yeah, I think losing someone like Soph at this point in the game could rattle Exeter a little bit, but hopefully she just needs a little bit of treatment and she'll be back up and running.
Can't quite figure out who's down on the far side receiving.
Yes, please.
The main, unless you know their boots.
I think that might be Frankie.
Well, that would be a sad end to a debut. She's only just returned from shoulder surgery.
No, I think Frankie's over there. They've got the same boots, whoever that is down.
Okay, so a bolt by boot deal. The shoulders a dummy, but yeah, a little bit more attacking intent there from Loughborough, you'd say. They've navigated their way around the pitch in the first 40 minutes and then sort of found a way to the line, whereas there they were a bit more expansive, a bit more like the Loughborough we're used to.
Well, I was just about to say that's the sort of brand of rugby that I recall Loughborough playing when I was playing in BUCS myself. Really fast, looking to play with depth, those pull-back options and test the edges. So if they can couple that with the physicality that they brought in the first half, yeah, they'll be laughing.
Right, it looks like we may have a bit of a lengthy stoppage here, as understandably it's all about the best possible medical attention, and we're going to sort of have a glance at some of the other fixtures and maybe another look at the table as well, and we can sort of pick through the sides and their achievements to this stage. And so we're going to have to start at the bottom, I'm afraid, and a team very, very close to your heart, your OGs, Cardiff.
Yeah.
No wins so far. We saw them in the clash, and the scoreline was uncomfortable, but it was a good performance from them. Like, it didn't feel like the gulf that was demonstrated on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I mean, I always, like, Cardiff is very close to my heart, and there's some girls in that team with some real potential. They just struggled to come up against the likes of Cardiff Met that really have that really strong setup and are fed into really well. So, I do sympathise with them. They've got the potential, but they're just struggling to sort of reach that at the moment. They just need a little bit more support. They don't have the likes of a championship team or a PWR team feeding into them. So I'm hoping to see in the process of the season that they're going to build and going forward as well.
It is so tough, this league, isn't it? Because when you were captain, that was Cardiff's first ever season in Super Rugby, or the Women's National League as it was known then. You know, you had Edinburgh, who have provided so many Scotland internationals. When we were looking at the World Cup, I looked at the Scottish side and thought, God, I've seen so many of these players in Edinburgh colours. And I mean, you have to come in and you're up against established powerhouses like Exeter, Loughborough, Hartpury. Cardiff Met were beginning to sort of turn a corner as well. It's very challenging, isn't it?
Yeah, and unfortunately at the moment, I think in the women's game, a lot of it comes down to resources and the clubs that have more facilities, more funding, it comes out, they turn out better sides, and that's just how it is. So we just need a little bit more funding into that programme, and I have no doubt that going forward over the years that they can become something, because there's a lot of passion in that side.
So pretty impressive on that basis that Brunel have managed to secure a victory already. They've got close ties with Trailfinders Women, who are obviously competing in the PWR. And they came with some big talk at the start of the season. They said they weren't just here to make up names, they were coming for scalps. So I think Exeter beat them pretty well last week, and I think that there's a bit of a sense, I think, that that the established teams want to just show Brunel that it's tough at the top, and it's not going to be an easy ride. But they've been competing very, very well indeed. This is not a slight on Brunel at all. I think that it's almost a credit to them that the established teams are really powering up against them.
Yeah, I mean, I love the social media style that they've been creating. I think rugby needs more of it. We need to see more
fighting talk.
Yeah, more fighting talk and more storylines. And if Brunel are going to bring that to BUCS, then so be it. I like it.
And then right here at the top, Exeter, Loughborough, Hartpury, Cardiff Met. Hartpury, you were there last year, of course. Bit of semi-final heartbreak to Cardiff Met in one of the epics. It was an incredible match. But Hartpury are just always good. You speak about resources. The depth of their quality is amazing. What was it like when you transferred from Cardiff over to Hartpury?
Oh, that's a great question. It was interesting. The differences between the setup, it's night and day at the moment. Hartpury have a lot of facilities. They've got coaching staff for days. They've got the link with Gloucester, and I went there because I really wanted to get that Premiership contract at the end, which I've been fortunate enough to go on to do down here at Exeter. And I think the girls at Cardiff understood that. They had this understanding that, whilst Cardiff has my heart, Hartpury was the best move for me, and I'm really grateful for the opportunities that I had there. And it comes down to people like Andrew Ford.
Going all the way back to the back foot before you come up to make that tackle around the breakdown. So it's the same both sides.
Shout it so it's really obvious.
I do try, yeah.
Right, so there is 3 fixtures going on today. Of course, we're here in Devon. in Paradise City, Exeter, where we are thoroughly enjoying ourselves at the moment. 5-12 that is sitting at the moment. Edinburgh are hosting Cardiff in a cross-Celtic clash. And then Hartbury welcoming the new kids on the block, Brunel. They're going to want to make a statement at the home of the perennial champions, who themselves are looking to make amends, having missed out last year. Right, if you're new to BUCS Super Rugby, men's or women's, or you're just loving what you're seeing but you don't quite know what's going on, we did a little bit of an explainer earlier this season at Media Day at Rodney Parade, which is going to be the host of this year's final. So I guess you want to know how BUCS Super Rugby works. Well, it's simple. 10 men's teams, 7 women's teams. They're going to play each other home and away across the length and breadth of the country. That's going to determine the league standings. There's a league title on offer, but the fun doesn't stop there, because we're into the playoffs. We're into the Milk Championship Cup, and that's when it gets really spicy. Straight knockout, all roads lead to Rodney Parade right here, and for the winner, the spoils that every university dreams of when they're setting out their season aspirations. That's why we come every Wednesday, the best league in the land, the best day of the week, BUCS Super Rugby Day. We live for Wednesdays. So we continue to wait and wish the best for Connie Clark, who is down injured at the moment on the far side. And the teams are sort of gathering to their huddles, composing themselves. We've got a lot more coming up from BUCS this season, and amongst that includes the BUCS Super Rugby double header at Kingsholm, and we've also got a bit of swimming as well.
I was in the darkness, heartless, left for dead, long forgotten. Something was pushing me, pulling me straight down to the bottom. Then I came alive, I walked through the fire, my mind turned the embers to red. Got caught in the deep, but I calmed the seas, and I'll never be the same. Only thing that I can say is second guess it, fight till my last breath, 'cause I was born to be a legend. I was born to be a legend. 'Cause I was born to be a legend. When you've been to hell and back, you're swearing that you'll never take what you got for granted. Rising from the rubble, struggle, I'm gonna be the last one standing. It runs through my blood, I've just begun to see I'm the one, I'm the chosen. The power inside is starting to rise, I know I was made for this moment. Only thing that I can say is I was meant for this, and I'll never second guess it. Fight till my last breath, 'cause I was born to be a legend. I was born to be a legend. 'Cause I was born to be a legend. Legends are born when the battle is raging, the blood in the fight, sacrifice that is made, and the reason we never stop till we make history. Oh, oh, oh. I put it all on the line and I made it, reminded of why when I look in your eyes. I wish I could stay, but I'm destined for so much more, 'cause I was born to be a legend. Oh, born to be a legend. Here we go, it's a dangerous show. Leave it all on the floor, let's roll. History's made by the bold and the brave, and the
Over the next 11 days of competition, over 2,100 medals will be handed out across 234 events, held across 18 sports, held in 5 different cities.
I wish I could swim.
Next down is the Great Britain and Northern Ireland team. Strong record of appearances at the FISU Summer Games. The team are around 130, looking to add to the medal haul, which currently stands at 293.
Nothing keep us together. Yeah, we can be there forever, ever.
I declare
'Cause we can be
the Rhine-Ruhr 2025 FISU World University Games open!
I can remember standing by the wall, and the guns shout above our heads, and we kissed as though nothing could fall. And the shame was on the other side. Oh, we can be there, oh, forever and ever. Then we can be heroes, oh, just for one day. We can be
Welcome everybody to BUCS Super Rugby. That's right, the best leagues in the land are back. We are back for our 10th season. 2016, what was happening back then? Donald Trump, first time he got elected president. Stranger Things was first aired. Taylor Swift and Calvin Harris were dating. Well, not everything stands the test of time, but one thing that does is this very league here. This is what it's all about, BUCS Super Rugby, where the best university leagues in the land battle it out for cup glory. Is there enough dead ball, Aaron? You betcha! Go storming on, dragging red jersey. Dab through once again. Perfection.
Smart little nudge to keep the foot race going. A little snipe, they're over the line, it is grounded by Grace White. This time, interception, here we go! Dylan Scott onto the poles, and Cardiff men are going to be in touch as the whistle goes.
Wednesday nights, where else would you be? BUCS Super Rugby with us on the live stream or here in person, the best league in the land. See you next time. Stop what you're doing this second, because when the stream starts on a Wednesday, life stops. It is the best league in the land. BUCS Super Rugby coming to you, double trouble style from the home of double Gloucester. We've got Hartbury and Cardiff Met, both men and women, doing battle at the historic King's Home tonight.
It is the first of our double-header. It is Hartbury versus Cardiff Met, the champions and the challengers, the Battle of the Bridge, as George Brock so brilliantly named it. BUCS Super Rugby is underway at Kingsholm. The ball in those wider channels, but brilliant turnover. Outstanding from Hartbury. A little nudge in behind from Marshall, sends Lane back. Charlie Maymans hunts her down. To the 22 she goes. Lucy Isaac over it, but she's off her feet, so Marshall goes again. It's another good carry, and Hartbury just edging over the gain line every time they're on the ball. Charlie Maymans. Oh, that could have gone, perhaps should have gone, but Webster checks herself. Marshall again, Charlie Maymans, a bit of pace, a bit of space, and the first try of the match. Annie Pritchard can't stop scoring when the cameras are on. Could be numbers here. Scott, just a beautiful ball. Aspinall goes around the outside, hits the burners. Great try, great finish, and Hartbury are singing at Kingsholm. Oh, good carry from Picton Powell, who accelerates away! Savannah Picton Powell! What a try! Strength and speed! And Cardiff Met are on the board. There is Dale going to be able to wrestle that ball from her. Dale at the short side, great strength by Dale. Can she ground it? No, yes at the second time. Oh, Sarah Singleton, so close but so far. And it's Amy Dale's strength that gets the first points of the second half. Great field position now for Hartbury. 4 tries is a bonus point. Charlie Maymans offloads. Hands should do it here for Hartbury. And in they go. That is the bonus point. Again, it's great hands. Lockwood, options both ways. Goes up the short side. Constable! Oh, a dummy, a shimmy, and a try from Liv Constable. And that is the full-time whistle. A much improved Cardiff Met. Still no match for Hartbury.
Time is on.
Welcome back, everybody. Rejoining the match after a sad injury to Connie Clark that needed some pretty intense attention, and our thoughts are certainly with Connie Clark, and she'll be receiving some excellent care, I can assure you. Both teams have sort of struggled to keep warm during such a long break, but they're straight back into it, and now it's Exeter in the maul. Looked like they had control of it in there and went for another go, and they've lost out there, and that seems like a little bit of poor communication or control. Right, so Exeter 5, Loughborough 12. Just 3.5 minutes of the half played. Those 3 minutes that preceded the last 30 were at breakneck speed as well. Loughborough with a real bit of zing in their passing and their arrivals onto the ball from depth. Takes a couple of strikes to get that ball through the second row legs. And now
all back.
Just a bit of a loose pass there, not quite going to hand, so this is another great opportunity for Exeter to get back on top.
There may have been a replacement who snuck on as well. Bailey Jakovsky, another Loughborough College product. is on wearing 17. Had a few health issues last year that sort of derailed her development, but sort of building back towards her potential. And, well, there's plenty of potential in this break from Harley Stanton, who's proven a dynamic presence. Lou Tai under pressure. That one goes forward, but it isn't called. And yes, it is. Just as McCall thought she was scampering free. And I think that Elsie Fairn, wearing 23, has come on for the injured Connie Clark as well. So former Harlequins under 18, started her journey at Old Alanians, and pretty dab hand on the sevens pitch as well, Elsie Fairn. Back to where we started almost, but this time the ball is in the hands of Maddie Smith. She's not being given much room by Ashton Adcock. Gets it away. And Sterrett arrives from the blindside wing. Langford, who was clutching her shoulder just before the stoppage, advances forward again. That's awkward for Nunes Smith. Does incredibly well to hold on as she got her rib cage explored by a Loughborough shoulder, and that's a mazy little run from Elsie Fairn, who's still going. Great first touch and draws a high tackle to boot. Tap and go. Maddie Smith's in a hurry, and she's carving her way through Loughborough traffic. Slotted by Ellie Roberts. Now it's Middlebrook. Pick and go.
5, release, 7's not rolled.
Variety, the order of the attacking day for Exeter. Just a smattering of rain begins to fall on the crumb here. Fairn again just loses her footing and loses the opportunity for Exeter. What's it like for the players, Zoe, after a big, long injury break like that? Obviously, there's sort of the emotional part from an Exeter point of view, but it's almost like a complete game reset because we were stopped for about 30 minutes there.
Well, yeah, it can sort of serve two purposes. It can be really hard to get back into the game, to get that momentum back, but also if you're Exeter in this position, it can give you a chance to reset, like you say, and gather themselves and have a chat as well.
You've closed that gap all the way. You need to hold it, please. Give yourself.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I can build.
Okay, no, there's no gap across the top. Give yourself that space. You get time to compete when ball's in.
Big scrum, big scrum.
That's Grace Clifford, who's been pretty vocal with the referee today. After coming back from that car accident, she's due to make her debut against Cardiff in the quarterfinals last year. Broke her ankle in the gym just days before, so she's just had such a rotten run. But still, through all that, she's maintained her Red Roses contract. That's kind of the esteem that England are holding her potential in. And she provides the solid foundation to sling the ball wide and for McCall to link with Bennett. But it's collected by Sterrett, who's becoming more pronounced in the good things that Exeter do. It's her try that has them on the board. Langford, as always, right in the mixer. Once more out the back, running out of room here, Exeter, so Nunes Smith. Silkily shows and goes. Plowman takes two Loughborough defenders to stop her. Smith travels a little bit to ask the questions, and look at that for a jackling body position. Lottie Buffery-Latham clamping down, and the Wales 20 gets the penalty.
Exeter need to look to present the ball a little bit longer when they're on the ground. They're giving Loughborough quite easy opportunities to get over that ball. I mean, that was a great jackal there, so fair play to the Loughborough player.
All up a bit more. On the edge? All up a bit more. Use the edge. Keep the tempo up, Maddie. Edge is yours, Green.
So it looks like there's been a reorganisation as far as Exeter are concerned. That Sterrett is now on the left wing And Frankie Welsher is at outside centre, where Sterrett once was. Fenn is out on the right, where Connie Clark was. And I've been very impressed with Izzy Nunes-Smith. Sterrett, foxing feet in a tight channel. Middlebrook looking around for help, just slips through the fingers of Nunes-Smith.
Always under pressure, we'll take the knock on.
That's a great break from Eva Sterrett there on the edge. Really, really good footwork to create that one-on-one and get through, make some ground. Just a shame that that last pass there didn't string up and go to hand for Exeter.
More changes. It's Lucy Ward now, who was playing in the PWR Cup not so many weeks ago, alongside you, in fact, Zoe.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what she can bring out onto the pitch now.
Bind!
Another Exeter College product.
Set!
The third year here. The ball
taken back,
shot out of the back, and it's worked out rather nicely for Adcock, who just skips through the blitzing green jerseys and almost takes Loughborough to the 10. No way through for Lily Hickey.
Just a knock on there.
Lily Hickey with 18 on her back. She's actually a second row. Just 2 front row replacements on the Loughborough bench today. Well, she does cover tight head prop, I do apologise, but she's in as a second row. Because Iona Hancock plays both sides, so that's where the cover lies.
We'll reset.
Just a little bit of front row shenanigans going on there.
Something you know absolutely nothing about, Zoe,
oh,
yeah?
No, I try not to get involved.
Just calling the shots from number 8.
Yeah, I've been more in at 6 these days, but...
Well, that's probably because Maddie Fairnarty plays at Exeter.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Maddie Fairnarty, who, by the way, sponsors Izzy Nunes-Smith after the World Cup triumph. Must had a bit of spare cash knocking around, and she sponsors Izzy Nunes-Smith and has also furnished her with plenty of red roses stash. Pretty cool sponsor to have for a young player coming up through the ranks, and she's right there in the thick of things once more. Appealing for the penalty. Maddie Smith wants to go quickly, but there's no penalty. It is in fact a knock on.
I think, again, that just comes back to the fact that Exeter is just struggling to get that work on the floor. Easy ball for the 9 to play. Yeah.
Let's go, guys. Our process. I know I'm quite happy with it. Let's go, girls. Look in it. Nice, girls. Our process, right. Look in it, Andy. Shots.
Coach! Bind! Set! Stay high. Use the ball!
Oh, it's war in there. Game of Greensmith and Loughborough get themselves into trouble, and Exeter have got another shot at this.
I think that's one of the first times we've seen the Loughborough attack looking just a little bit clunky.
very close to the comms crowd. I'm just surprised if she took over.
Big blindside for Exeter to potentially work with here. You can see Sterrett just lurking with a bit of intent directly behind the scrum. And we've already seen Maddie Smith's instincts as far as travelling and sniping goes, but they've lost it against the head. Heaps to Lutai, and there's more advantage for the backline being offside. Question mark over the arrival of that tackle. Advantage played, and off goes Eva Sterrett, swerving, arguing the turn in the face, and scooping it into the hands of Nunes Smith. Now the turn of Ellie Wood, careering into African violet jerseys. Nunes Smith once on a short line, instead Smith might snipe. Shut down in timely fashion by Ellie Roberts. Sister Sasha helping out in the midfield now in tandem with Kay Acton. It's all Exeter at the moment, but meters are coming at a premium. Middlebrook picks, goes, gets a pocket pick to McCall, swipes it clear, and Cohen launches a fresh attack from deep. There's so many green jerseys here. Langford on at pace, gets chopped low by Lutai. Oh, Exeter really looking rhythmic now. A monstrous shot from Sasha Roberts. No roll though. Andy Kate is on. Offred out of the tackle. Now maybe it's time for Exeter to strike. The closest they've been all half. Kate just loses the ball and we come back. Langford wants to go.
Sophie's keen to go there, but the Exeter girls looking to take a breather. I think that's been a few phases of really intense rugby, bit of kick battle coming in there. So I think it's probably wise here actually just to take a beat and have a breath, go for the line out and see what they can do off of that.
Well, a stoppage. And probably timely for Loughborough at the moment because, well, to be fair, as has been the way, apart from the Sterrett try, that they're holding Exeter out, who are just launching an onslaught at the moment. They don't seem to be able to find that killer pass or carry at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, they're looking to play the ball on the line, which when it works, like we've just been seeing that last few phases, it looks really good, but it's a risky line to tread and it hasn't necessarily been paying off for them.
Grace Clifford and Lottie Buffery-Latham have left the field, and they're not going to be in the thick of this rear guard action. Exeter have got a nudge on. They're rocking, they're rolling, they're scoring. It's taken some doing, but finally Exeter have arm wrestled their way across the line. The rolling ball does the job, and we're level at a dozen apiece here in the second half.
That's the set-piece weapon that maybe Exeter have been missing throughout the rest of the game, so yeah, that's really good to see them get that try in there off that maul.
Well, we're not level yet. I've minor miscalculation, but maybe Mine Cohen is going to bail me out with a touchline conversion here. Slightly more in field than her first attempt in the closing stages of the first half, and just pushed right of the uprights. A good attempt, but no cigar. Exeter still trail, but the deficit reduced to 2.
It's great to see Cara Shrewsbury back in the African Violet after a year in industry. She comes on wearing number 16.
Yeah, been keeping her tools sharp, playing for the Buckinghamshire Swans in the Championship. Coaches the thirds as well with Freya McColl, so proper club woman. It's Cara Shrewsbury.
Knock on in the compete.
And she's going to get to bury her head into an extra front row. Straight from the get-go.
Just take a step for me. Sorry. No, you're okay.
This is your side. Keep your feet in the ground. Don't move them until I own it. Let's go, Lead.
Get that shoulder through. Crouch! Bind! Set! Okay, come on. Yeah, you need to take it. Don't step off. You need to hold your feet, please.
Let's go.
Well, we lose a fair chunk of the clock for this scrum, but at the second time of asking. We are not in and away.
Never taken away.
And just a free kick.
It's free kick. Step it off. Free kick.
Ina Hancock. The culprit. Involved with England 18s last year. Didn't quite make the final cut when it came to the Summer Series. Another one who struggled a little bit with illness last year, but coming back to her best. Fan gets clobbered. Huge right shoulder from Mary McDonough. Hugely exciting and an aggressive back row. I think that someone from the Loughborough bench has just shouted "Scary Mary," and on the evidence that I've been shown in the last 20 seconds, I concur.
I rate that.
Yeah, so quite a few faces on now. Lily Crisp as well. Scotland 20s back row previously at Hartbury College. She's wearing 19, and Mary McDonough, she's in the Irish pathway. You can see there the right elbow guard. That's because she broke it last year, so missed her under 18s year. Looking to make amends here in Devon. Wobbly long ball goes out to Fan, who's probably still feeling a little battered and bruised from her encounter with McDonough. The physicality is unrelenting. McDonough again launching herself into any woman wearing green. Langford looks to skirt round the edge, but it's a brilliant tackle from Acton. Langford goes back for more, rides the challenge, gives it to Sterrett, a winger by trade, and just clipped round the ankles by Barnes. That was an immense last-ditch effort, and Sterrett is outraged by the call. But Exeter, there's just a sense that they're on the verge of springing into full life, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean that's really great IQ from Sophie Langford there. She was tackled, but she wasn't held, so she jumped up, carried on her run, was able to then put Eva Sterrett into some space there. Just unfortunate about the knock-on.
Freya Greensmith has just left the field, and big puff of the cheeks as she went past our commentary desk, and now she watches the Exeter pack obliterate Loughborough's 8.
It looks like Exeter are doing a really good job of winning the space on that initial hit. Yeah, putting them into good stead.
Another change for Exeter as well. Lily Relton wearing 20. She is player of the match at the weekend against North Bristol Ladies in the Championship. And for Eagle Eye BUCS Super Rugby aficionados, she is Arthur Relton's sister, the once upon a time top try scorer in EURFC history before Benji Joseland took that mantle. Exeter have it, and their maul is beginning to sense dominance over that of Loughborough's. African violet jerseys infiltrating the green machine, but they get it to the deck crucially. Green jerseys flooding at the gaps. Relton upended, but offloading crucially. Brilliant pickup from Cohen. Tries to shovel it out the back. Sterrett's there. Oh!
There's some upset faces on the Exeter sideline there. I think that was a hard watch. I know that they're just one phase away every time, aren't they? One ball away from it just going to hand, and they'd be in, and it could...
I mean, get the ball to Eva Sterrett. She looks lethal at the moment.
Yeah, she's having a really good game. She's got the pace, she's got the handling skills.
Let's go, Loughborough! Cow! Be in the ground, Loughborough! Bind!
The Exeter scrum is eating Loughborough's alive right now, and they're hemmed back against their try line. Barnes, a Camport in stormy seas, steals a few meters that weren't hers to steal. Brilliant clearance. It invites more pressure from Cohen, who pirouettes past the onrushing African violet jerseys, shipped into the grass of Nunes Smith. Exeter jerseys screaming for it. Exeter numbers queuing up. Welcher does well to hold on as she was slung to deck. Now the arrival of Relton. Exeter trailing by 2, sensing a lead for the first time in the match. Just getting the arms through the tackle was Keat. A leap through the middle and a hop through the defensive heart of Loughborough. And at long last, Exeter have the lead at home. It's taken 67.5 minutes of relentless attack, but eventually they have command of the scoreboard.
I think that was Ellie Wood going over the line there. That was absolutely critical for Exeter there.
I've got 29 played.
29 played, so 11 to go. And Maren Cohen, unsuccessful from her first 2 attempts, with her simplest of the 3. And she nails it. Exeter 17, Loughborough 12. These two just do not do boring matches.
Come on, Molly! Let's go, Molly! Come on, Mary!
Brilliant carry from Key. And then the dart through the middle. Ellie Roberts only clocking the threat when it was too late. A wonderful kickoff and matched by the claim. Loughborough, 11 freshers in the team. A bus that turned up just 40 minutes before an already delayed kickoff now find themselves trailing for the first time in a match. They've dominated defensively, but Exeter, by sheer will, have wrestled their way back.
I think there's a lot to be said for exiting off a kickoff. After a score like that, I personally wouldn't really want to take the risk of playing in this sort of area, and unfortunately that does go Loughborough's way for Exeter there.
Well, it's something that happened right from the kickoff in the first half that handed Loughborough that lead. A penalty conceded as Exeter looked to play out. And just like they've done now, seeking the touchline. And claimed by their captain. Transferred to the back where Kerris Shrewsbury is. But there'll be no further to go. Ava Kelly. Barnes has really caught the eye, hasn't she? All court game from the 10. Screaming for the ball to be sent to the right where she isn't. Instead, it's Lily Crisp. Nina Smith gets it to the ground, Greco-Roman style. Now comes Clears, delayed pass. Roberts, McCall, ended by Cohen, fullback on fullback. But still the African Violet come. Desperate defence, as last ditch as it gets. And now looking to fight through on the counter. A little burrow forward and a plunge to the line, and still Loughborough aren't quite there. Held up. Heroic from Exeter.
Yeah, Exeter have done a really, really good job there of slowing that ball down, giving them time to set in defence, and it's really paid off. They've managed to pull her over the line and hold the ball up.
You wouldn't be the first person, don't worry.
Mine Cohen. Oh, unforgivably, Loughborough control it with their feet.
16, come back.
Eva Ladyman, England 18's starting fullback, but now operating at a far higher and more intense level. BUCS Super Rugby at its best, at its purest. And Barnes, even she's getting flustered now.
21, never retreated, always in front.
That's a bit of a criminal pen to be given away there. The Exeter girls need to take back control, and giving away sort of soft pens like that is disappointing.
Well, Barnes will send this to the corner again. No, she won't. She'll miss it. Sterrett's there. So too Langford, the deadly duo. Well, the physicality somehow has ratcheted up to a new level. Cohen hurriedly seeks the salvation of the touchline.
That's good pressure from Loughborough there to force that kick straight into touch.
Six and a half minutes or thereabouts to go. 5 points the difference. Oh, Roberts. The ball just dies before it reaches her, and the attempt from Ellie Wood to steal it actually
Just a knock on off the top.
is knocked on. So a get out of jail card there for Loughborough.
Well, yeah, potentially, but also actually to disrupt the Loughborough play, I think it's worth taking the knock on for Exeter in this area of the pitch, and with only 6 minutes to go, they're one try up. I think I rate that pressure from Elliewood.
And the scrum is on song as well for Exeter. Here they go, splintering the African Violet 8, but it's in the hands of Lutai. Slips it out the back to Kliss. McCall arrives from depth, and now Bennett forges ahead. Barnes to McDonough, who's really caught the eye since arriving from the Pine. Oh, what a read from Langford.
That's Sophie doing what she does best.
Leave the ball now,
Poleaxes Hancock. Lutai backs herself and meets a match in Smith. While the presence of Langford is an intimidating enough one that Barnes goes to the boot. She picks out Sterrett, beats one, she won't beat Lutai. McCall steps back and matadors. And then there's a few afters as well. It's getting spicy. It's super loose.
Always under pressure, we'll take the knock on.
And full of fire. And Exeter have the scrum.
3 minutes.
Wow, that was chaos.
3 minutes.
Maybe a little bit impatient there from Loughborough to look for the kick over the top. It's a little bit of an all or nothing mindset there. I would be tempted just to take the phase play, but I mean, I suppose I am a forward, so.
All okay? Okay, water off. Water off. Water off, please.
What are you saying if you're in the Loughborough huddle right now, Zoe?
You just need to bring a little bit of calm.
Please, let's go.
But that was getting a little bit frantic.
Time is
Like
off
I just
anyway,
said,
so
play the phases. Don't look to create anything crazy. You know, we need a team try here instead of sort of going for those one-up moments of brilliance.
A bit more parity. Scratch that. Loughborough go within themselves. Langford cut in half by Kliss. The midfield battle has been monstrous all afternoon. And it's one that Exeter have to win for just 2.5 more minutes. Loughborough, who've led all match, almost have a match-winning steal. But instead, it's a penalty to Exeter.
13, not rolling away.
You've got to think about player of the match. We'll wait until the final whistle. I've only just reminded myself of that.
Yeah, you're good. No, you're good. Yeah.
Think of a couple of candidates, and your overall
There's
POM. We'll do it after this play.
All backwards.
Well, I thought we were going to have a line out to do so, but instead it is missed touch followed by a knock on. Zoe, player of the match.
Well, I think it's really hard to say. You know, it still feels like there could be a moment that could change the game here from Loughborough.
We can hold it off. Do you want to hold it off?
Yeah, I think we hold because
I'm going to get told off by everyone for it, but I think you're within your rights, so we're going to hold off. Potentially final play. Exeter leading by 5. Loughborough to empty the tank in this scrum to try and cause some chaos. Langford from depth. Felled by Barnes. The ball is quick and Kliss has come hydraulically through the middle. One ball to Fenn. Now it's Cohen. skips back inside to the fog of war, good option, but then forces the offload, which is knocked on. This is last chance saloon for Loughborough. Smart hands, Barnes to McCall, and into touch.
We'll bring it back for the knock-on.
Come on, Exeter.
We come back for the knock-on. There's still time on the clock.
Let's go, Loughborough, let's go. Let's see the colour of us all.
Stay legal. Stay legal. Crouch. Bind. Set.
This is the last chance for Loughborough. Cliss takes it at first receiver. Big hit up from the 12. Barnes, miss one. Out to the edge, but the ball slides forward. And that'll be the last act of an enthralling Women's BUCS Super Rugby contest between two of the great unis. It's early days in the season. This ain't knockout rugby, but right there you can see emotionally what this means to Exeter.
Good work, thank you.
They've righted a few wrongs from the semi-final that slipped through their grip last year. And for now,
Cheers.
they've got Women's BUCS Super Rugby bragging rights here at the Crumb. Full-time, Exeter 17, Loughborough 12. Zoe, what a match. And give us your player of the match.
Wow, that was incredible, and what a way to finish there as well for Exeter to hold them out off the back of that scrum is incredible. I mean, there's been some incredible players in this game, but my player of the match is going to be Sophie Langford. She carried incredibly directly, hard. She put in huge tackles coming out of the line. She also did a lot of the dirty work that you don't necessarily always see. She's over the ball, she's physical, and she's direct. So yeah, my player of the match goes Sophie Langford.
It was a virtuoso display in the midfield from the Exeter chief, Sophie Langford. And a worthy player of the match. A lot of other names though, a lot of other players to enjoy. Who are some of the others who caught the eye for you out there? And not just for our victors, but for Loughborough as well, because they were minutes away from a big victory on the road here.
Yeah, I mean, as ever, Molly Lutai in the centres for Loughborough. She's a class player, and yeah, she looked really direct as well. Coming up against Sophie, that was a great match. And then also, it's great to see Grace Clifford back out. I mean, we saw some of her abilities, her carries off the back of the line out, very direct again. Yeah, really nice to see her back. So.
Right, final score here, and well, a bit of a post-mortem there for both sides. Let's not forget that Loughborough only arrived 40 minutes before the already delayed kick-off. So it was an incredible performance from them, but they've missed out here on the Crumb, and Exeter have emerged 17-12 victors. We're going to leave you with the highlights to enjoy while Zoe and I race off to the studio. So that was the game that was, and that is the victory that belongs to Exeter's 17 points to 12. An absolute ripper, just what we always promise you on a BUCS Super Wednesday. Good to be, I mean, that was a joy to watch. Like, not loads and loads of tries. It was fearsome throughout, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think that was great to watch, especially like being a forward. It's not all about the tries for me, so yeah, great to see some set piece battle and stuff going on there as well, especially into the second half. Exeter really improving on their set piece. They're scoring off a maul. Yeah, great to see.
Do you think that was the difference, that Exeter sort of got their physicality right in that second half?
Yeah, I think so. They started to really nail that set piece, and like you say, it just becomes really hard to defend. If you get that rolling maul right, then yeah, you're laughing.
Just like sort of look at the season as a whole. I mean, it's early days, isn't it? But when you're playing Super Rugby, you're so desperate to win each time because you're playing with your mates and you only play each other so infrequently. Like, psychologically, is that a big blow to deal to Loughborough, do you think? Or do you think they'll take a lot from it, given that they've got all these freshers, you know, the bus turned up late, and they went toe-to-toe with Exeter in the physicality stakes, like right to the very end?
I mean, in true BUCS Super Rugby style, we've seen it last season, you know. Hartbury, we did so well throughout, and we went on to win the league and then, you know, fall in the semi-final. So it's just too early to say that if that's going to affect them later on down the line now.
Right, should we get our player of the match over?
Yes, let's get her.
Sophie, come on, in you come. You get to stay as well, Zoe. So we'll put Sophie in the middle. You go on the outside. Sophie, congratulations. You are our player of the match.
Thank you.
It looked brutal out there.
It was, yeah. It's brutal every time we play Loughborough here. Call it the cage. And it feels like that when you're playing Loughborough under the pump. But the girls fought really hard to come back, and it just showed how close our connection is with each other.
Like, massive outpouring of like joy there. Was that because you've beaten Loughborough, or because of the nature of the battle today? If you catch my drift.
I think, you know, I don't know if you could tell on the live stream, but there was quite a few bits of frustration out there, and you know, there's been a lot of history on this pitch between us and Loughborough, and every time we play at home, it means so much to us. And when we beat Loughborough or Hartbury, the likes of those top 4 teams at home, it means even more to protect our home and keep it fortress.
I love that. Hey Zoe, what was it about Sophie that particularly impressed you today to name her your player of the match, and not just the braids either that we touched upon on the commentary?
I don't usually like to hype Sophie up too much because she's already got a pretty big ego. But no, Sophie, like, you were so direct today. Like, you did a lot of the hard work. You carried hard. You tackled hard. A lot of the hard work around the breakdown that you don't necessarily always see your backs doing. So yeah, you brought a level of physicality that I think Exeter really needed today. So it's really good.
Awkward embarrassment between you two, having to be nice to each other. What is it? What I was asking Zoe before. What do you think got you across the line in that second half? Because the first half, it's not like you didn't have a lot of ball or territory. Like, their defence was unbelievable. So what was that extra edge that enabled you to finally break them down?
You know, I think it carried out, to be fair, throughout the whole game. We had like little knock-ons, little losses of momentum, but I think what really helped was when we were there with each other, when we made line breaks, being there for those offloads, those little snaps, picks off the ground, and just feeling that support with each other just pushed us that little bit more, and just made us feel really close and win.
So all about the connection. You've been here for a few seasons.
Yeah.
On the connectionometer, if that could even be a thing, you know, how are you feeling at this early stage in the season? Obviously, you know, seasons go up and down, and it's all about the knockouts ultimately. Yeah. But you're sort of feeling, having been on the journey a few times, what do you feel about this group?
You know, this year the last couple of years we've had a mass exodus of players. You know, the really big names, Neve Orchard, Kate Smith, all the likes of them, Ellie Cunningham, who was here for a few years. They've all left now, and we were left with a really small group of returners and a massive group of freshers coming in. And I think the way those freshers integrated so easily into our club, you know, we've got a club of 140 players, and feeling that close with that many people makes you want to just fight for each other that much more. And I think it feels really special. And I feel like we say it every year, but it does feel special this year and a bit different, and hopefully we can go all the way. But we're only 3 games into the season, so
only 3 games in. Well, look, you are our player of the match. Last opportunity to shout out the
Raid Babes on TikTok, you know.
Raid Babes on TikTok.
Anna Richardson and Evie Butcher.
There you go. So you get a handshake from Zoe as our player of the match, and we're going to ask Poppy to come over as well. You can get up and get with the gang as well. Looking a little bit chilly as well. Poppy, you got there in the end. Mm-hmm. That wasn't easy.
No.
Care to elaborate?
No, just I think the girls got dealt a really tricky hand there. 3 major injuries potentially, obviously 1 with a break in play. So I think bearing in mind we were dealt a pretty difficult card, I think the girls fronted up really well.
Yeah, are those girls okay?
Well, 1 is on a stretcher at the moment, so TBC on her, but she's Connie, she's always fine, yeah. So hopefully she'll be all right. And the other 2, too soon to tell, but making big changes early on, first 15 minutes of a game is not easy for any side, so I thought the girls managed that really well. And
that was also blended with a pretty ferocious Loughborough who sort of brought the collision skills, didn't they?
Yeah.
For us, how many tries are there? There were 5 tries in the end across the game.
Yeah.
It was an incredibly absorbing match. The intensity throughout from both sides. I mean, probably he hated it as a coach, but also...
Yeah, and he vomited over the side for the whole game.
If you can put your rugby fan hat on, that was an unbelievable match.
Yeah, I think for anybody watching, if you can't see the value in BUCS Super after a game like that, then I don't know at what point you will, because I thought that was a fantastic fixture from both sides. Plenty of talent across both teams, right down to the wire, which we like as well. Not as the coach, but as a spectator, obviously. So yeah, really impressed with the performance across both teams.
Okay, and feeling good for the season ahead? Not getting ahead of yourself, I'm sure.
Yeah, look, it's round 3. We've had 2 pretty comfortable wins, 1 really challenging game, which we needed to take us nicely into our next round. Too early to say what the end result will be, but as you guys know, we face Loughborough a lot. So there might be a rematch on the crumb again, who knows? But I think that the biggest thing is a massive well done to both teams for such a physical fixture, and I'm proud of the girls for coming through and getting a win.
Right, I'm going to take the reins here and say that we call things off before the heavens completely open.
I'm all right with that.
Completely open on us. Zoe, your last remarks, please, as our guest of. Why is BUCS Super Rugby special? We've just kind of seen it there. You've been a part of it. Poppy's been here for the whole duration as well. Tell these people why we love this league.
I think it's the current talent playing in it, the future talent that's coming up through, and then you have people like Poppy who are coaching. That's amazing. It represents everything that the women's game needs to be and is going to be. And I just couldn't encourage anyone more to get involved, whether that's through playing or watching. So yeah.
Or commentating.
Yeah, true.
No fresh talent. All right, guys, we're going to get in. Thank you. Congratulations, Poppy. A fabulous XG. Zoe, you are welcome back anytime. Good luck with Exeter Chiefs as well. We'll be watching on as proud fans of BUCS Super Rugby. And to you guys, you know where to spend every Wednesday. It's right here, the BUCS Super Rugby live stream. The best leagues in the land. We live for Wednesdays, and we'll see you very soon.
I drive these brothers crazy, I do it on the daily. They treat me really nicely, they buy me all